What's up, everybody? Y'all act like you've never seen a 50-year-old with a Hellfire Club shirt on before. But earlier today, I did ask a question about Stranger Things spoilers and if you wanted my opinion on a particular Stranger Things spoiler. 94% of you did. So this is going to be a definite Stranger Things spoiler video. There is your warning. Demogorgon, you want a Stranger Things spoiler? Oh no, he's probably only saying if 11 bites it, he wants one, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. He's kind of creepy. I love him. Oh, that's Brandon Lee right there from The Crow. Alright, that's enough of the Demogorgon for tonight. I think 11 just killed him somehow, some way. So let's talk about the spoiler, and then I'm going to cut this video and crop in another video of pictures that actually make me think there's a definite spoiler to be had. We need to talk about movie magic first. I know a bunch of you who have kept up with me have definitely seen where I posted pictures of the monument. And of course, you know, there was Hopper and Mike talking on the bench in front of the monument. Let's get one thing really clear. Production only wants you to see what they want you to see. So all those names on that monument were basically fake names, aside from a couple. And Eddie was definitely one of them. But just know that they can go back post-production and add whatever names they want to that monument, and it'll make it look like those names were right there while we were videotaping the whole thing. The other thing I want to bring up is the fact that, and I'm going to get into this in another video, but for right now, let's just make one thing perfectly clear. It looks like my video is the exact same video of someone who was standing next to me. But he happens to be a friend, and we happen to do some of this stuff together. We kind of followed along one another on this path, and it was great. I am glad the season's over with, filming for this season. To be honest with y'all, I don't want to say paparazzi, but I'm definitely not the person that goes out and films stuff as it's being filmed. The way my channel is set up is I'm going to show you every single filming location that is still standing from all previous episodes of Stranger Things. I plan on doing The Walking Dead. I plan on doing just almost anything that's done in Georgia. Even your grandma's gonna like my station because I'm going to do Sweet Magnolias and fried green tomatoes and stuff like that. So make sure you like and subscribe. There's gonna be a ton of stuff coming out over the next few days. This is gonna be a very active station, channel, if you will. So please like and subscribe. Let's also talk about being allowed on set. I spoke to the location manager personally. We spoke for 20 minutes. I told her how I was head of security for numerous rock bands and the stuff that I had to deal with as a security guard or head of security, and she understood where I was coming from. I also asked her exactly where I could film and where I could not film. And she told me exactly where I could and couldn't film and where I could stand and couldn't stand. So do keep in mind, during all of my videos, where there is actual live filming involved. I have already spoken to not only the location manager, but the police department too, just to make sure we're not breaking any rules. Now, where Stranger Things falls flat, and I'm just keeping it real, is the fact that they don't explain to their third-party security exactly what the rules are. And then some people on their production team are a bunch of bullies, and all you have to do is go on to YouTube, Instagram, whatever. And one of my buddies got bullied and actually called a nerd or something like that from somebody in production. So, yeah, there's a lot to talk about there. But I'm gonna cut now, and I'm going to put in some pictures of the spoiler, and then I'm going to come back and kind of explain what I think is going to happen and how I think it's going to happen, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes. These pictures you see here are from Christopher Oquendo, Oquendo, photographer. You can also find him as Hawkins Family Photo on Instagram. I definitely suggest you look him up. His work is amazing. All right, guys, what do y'all think of those pictures? I mean, that pretty much tells me that Murray is definitely going to get it. The pictures are amazing, especially the ones Christopher Oquendo took. I want y'all to definitely follow Christopher Oquendo on all of his social platforms, and look up Hawkins Family Photo, and he's definitely Hawkins Family Photo. You got to check his stuff out. It's the way he gets his footage is amazing, but not my style. But you know, I'm thankful he got these pictures that he got. So there's obviously bullet holes in the glass of the Bradley's Big Buy truck, and Murray has been rumored to be one of the names that's on the memorial monument. If you haven't seen it, just go back to one of my previous videos, and there's definitely a video of Mike and Hopper talking right there in front of the monument. I'm sure his name's going to be on it, and you can tell because that's where I'm saying one of the Duffer brothers posted just a little bit too much of a picture. The number of the truck that the Duffer brother posted was actually the same number that Christopher got and the same number that I got when I took my pictures. And that truck was riddled with bullets. And it also had scratch marks down the side and was all torn up. And at the end of the day, the whole front cab had been ripped off of that truck. And then I've got a couple of photos that where it's all wrapped up, so you can't really see that. But that basically tells me that Murray's going to bite it. We saw Maya Hawke in the truck with him, I believe. And that kind of makes me think that my theory about Joyce being the one that passes away may not be the right theory. It may be that we've got video, and here's my other person, Tate. So Tate 100T is great at what he does as well. And he got video of her actually driving the car up to the hospital, who I thought was actually going to be, since she was driving Joyce's car, I thought it was going to be Joyce, but now I've changed my mind and I'm almost positive it's Murray. So, while I'm spilling a bunch of tea right now, go back a couple of videos. I want to clarify something. I went into the Terra Theater and took video of what was supposedly Lucas and Max's movie date. And what's so amazing about it is supposedly they watched the movie Ghost. And as you see me videoing the Terra Theater, you will see that they have a ton of 80s movie posters up. And one of those movie posters is Ghost. Now, it's funny because Ghost wasn't released until 1990, which tells me there's going to be a little bit of a time jump that's even more forward than 1989. Even more spoilers, we already have seen Dustin going to college and Steve dropping him off there. We've seen graduation. So there's a ton of spoilers right there that let you know what's going on. But what I loved is I was actually given permission to go into the actual theater that they filmed that scene in. And believe it or not, they had named that individual theater inside of the Terra Eddie, of all things. And I was able to go in there and film, and before anybody says anything, there was not a movie showing when I was filming. There was no movie showing, so I did not break any laws. The theater was completely empty, and I am just so thankful to the people at the Terra Cinemas for letting me go in there. And right down the street is Hawkins Lab. So if you want to check out Terra and then take a little short trip down the street, you can go to Hawkins Lab. I hope this has been enlightening to some people. I'm going to come with a serious video next, and it has more to do about stuff that goes on behind the scenes with all of this stuff and some of the problems that I myself caused for production, and how to prevent that in the future. So that being said, it's been great. The name of my company is Journey with Jason, LLC. And you can go to my website, www.journeywithjasonllc.com. I have just written a book, which was supposed to be sitting right next to me, and it's not, but that's okay. I'll show you in the next one. It's basically my autobiography and how I have toured with numerous bands all over the nation, how I was an extra in the Righteous Gemstones, and just the name of the book is I Can't Make This Stuff Up, y'all. And by the time y'all read it, you'll see why. So definitely go and check that out. The book comes out. Amazon's running a little behind, so I think it's going to be closer to January the 3rd. But the book is coming out. And if you order it off of my website, then I will sign it for you, do free shipping, and personalize it however you want. So thank y'all for sticking with me this long, and this is going to be an amazing journey. I'm looking forward to taking many more journeys with y'all, and as we always like to say, peace, and rock and roll.